Hi everybody, today I want to talk about a common problem in test automation is when you have a dirty database. And by dirty I don't mean the same as in Pornhub, but having a lot of existing objects in database. So when you start your test run, your database is not clean, it's not empty, it can interfere with existing objects in database. So first time you run your tests, they run fine, everything is okay. Test objects are created in application, but second time when you run the same test, the tests start to fail because you already have existing objects in the database. So one of the solutions is to have a SQL script. And before each test run, you can run SQL scripts to clean up your database. But that's often not the case because you don't have direct access to database. Another department is in charge of database, and we have to communicate back and forth. So sometimes it's not easy. Another scenario is when you create test objects in your test automation, you can write extra code, put extra efforts trying to delete them after your tests. But that's also sometimes not the case because sometimes there is no web interface to clean up some objects. Like I work in some company, they had user accounts, so it was easy to create user accounts, but there was no web interface to delete users. So that's also a problem. So another solution to this common problem is to have a unique test objects. So every time you run your tests, it creates unique objects, so they don't interfere with previous data. And you can accomplish that through code. Like you can write Java code to append postfixes, random numbers to your test data. But you can do it without code. Without coding, you can make your test data unique. And if you remember from my previous video, this is Excel.js tool, and you can create your test and test data in Excel for easy maintenance. And for example, I have this ticket test. I'm going to open it in Excel. And first time I run this test case create ticket, it will work fine. But second time it will fail because subject line already exists in the database. Here's my, you see this is line where I take my test data. So how to make my test data unique? With Excel.js, you don't need any coding. You just have to append this unique and number of unique digits. It can be like from 1 to 15. So like depending on how long your text field is, you can have many unique postfix, like long unique postfix and short unique postfix. So I'm going to put 5 digits. So like this unique 5. So now at runtime, this test data in my datasheet will be resolved, and 5 unique digits will be appended to subject text. And that's it. You don't need to do any coding. You just put this unique postfix that will be automatically generated at runtime, making your test data unique. Okay, so I press Ctrl G here. It takes me to my data sheet where I have my unique pattern, which gets resolved at runtime to unique test data. So I save it, and you see if I run this test now, you will see that it will create unique subject line by appending 5-digit random number. So first it logs in that case you see subject text, and then there was a 5-digit unique number. And if I open reports, here are my execution reports. In my test case, I drill down, and you see in the subject line it typed text, subject text, and then this 5-digit unique number. And then when okay, so it typed 5-digit unique number, making basically my test data unique for every run. So I don't have to run SQL statements to empty my database, because sometimes I don't have access to database. I don't have to write extra code to clean up objects that I created in application. So every time I run, it will create unique objects in the application by using that unique pattern that you add to your test data. And thank you for your attention. If you want to try this tool, I'll post the link below the video. And if you have any questions, write a comment. I'll gladly answer your questions on Skype. See you next time.